What's what's going on, y'all? Conscious One coming back at you. Just back to tell y'all another story. It's kind of funny, but it wasn't funny when it was happening to me. I mean, actually, it kind of scared me a little bit because I almost blacked out a little bit, and I'll explain as the story goes on. When you start to build up your testosterone and get muscles, a little temperament comes with it as well. Some people call it steroid rage, but you don't get that rage just because you're taking steroids. You actually get that rage just building muscle, just building testosterone. The more testosterone you have as a man, the more rage you can get. And see, that's what the society is trying to be up against. It doesn't want the testosterone. It wants a estrogen based society that's full of weak, passive males and a bunch of emotional women and queers. You don't believe me? Just go watch the movie Demolition Man, where Sylvester Stallone was supposed to be. He started giving men these weak jobs. I think he was supposed to be a seamstress or something. That's another part of the society falling. They give men all these feminine jobs. They're trying to eliminate testosterone completely off the planet. It's a cold war, which is a worse war because you can't prove that it's actually happening. I'd rather be in the hot war than the cold war because at least then I know exactly who the enemy is and why I'm doing to him what I'm going to do to him. But anyway, I had to pick up y'all at this place. It was in this plaza, and I ended up canceling it. But tell y'all what happened. I pulled in my parking slot in the space, two yellow lines. And as I got out of the car, some white trash uh, tells me, and he's in a red security car, tells me, I mean, it's like the whole thing was it's like the skit was just prepared just for me. So my wheels are on it, touching the yellow line only because the pickup truck next to me is his wheels are touching the yellow line too. And so this white piece of trash security guard decides to tell me that I need to move my car and straighten it out. I said, well, you know what? I'm only going to be in and out for 10 seconds. Now keep in mind, guys, there's no on the left on the driver's side. There's like two spaces open. There's nobody near my car. So there's no trouble in me just going to get my food, being out 10 seconds, boom, I'm out of your way. Cool. I'm talking totally calm to the guy. It was no problem at all. So finally, he just said, oh, I guess he just gave up and said, okay, if you're going to be in and out, I'm like, cool. So I'm thinking everything cool. I go into the restaurant. My bag is not there. I decide to cancel the order. I come out. I walk out 20 seconds later. And I told y'all it was two spaces next to my driver's side. One pulls in the space uh, in the last space. Now keep in mind, there's a space still next to me that's still open. So keep in mind, I still am not near anybody. I'm still not in the way. My car is still not in the way of anybody parking there, and I'm about to get in my car and leave. And this white piece of trash security guard tells me, "You see what I mean? There are people pulling up right now." And I turn around and I said, "Dude, I'm getting in my car. What are you talking? There's no one even parked next to me." And then he keeps talking to me until finally I just go off. I just went off, man. And I started walking up to his car and I was yelling at him. I was like, "Are you done? Can I go?" And then some fat piece of white trash, this lady, fat piece of white trash, says, "Don't scream at him." From about, she must have been about 25 yards away, telling me not to scream at this guy. And I'm just thinking, oh man, y'all know what this is turning into, right? The skit was angry black man is about to go off, and the cops are gonna pull up, and then I'm gonna be in some trouble because of these two white pieces of trash. And let me tell y'all exactly. I'm gonna try to explain to y'all exactly how I went into that black hole. I just kind of blacked out. After when this lady, I didn't know where this voice had came from. I'm telling this dude basically, shut the hell up and let me get in my car. And I hear this voice from 25 yards away say, "Don't scream at him, something, something, something." And I said, "You, this is me. I swear to God, I'm not playing with y'all." I went into like a steroid rage. I said, "You." I said, "What?" I said, "What?" I said, "What is your name?" She says, "I'm Samantha." And then she realized she was stupid for giving me her name. And so she turned around and started to walk right back in the restaurant. Like I straight up like mind controlled this broad. I said, "You, what is your name?" "I'm Samantha." And then she just like turned, like the woman actually got scared when I turned at her because they're thinking because a bunch of white people are out that I'm not that I'm gonna sit there and be passive. But actually, that just made me more mad. You see, because the situation was totally out of hand. You see, it was just totally out of hand. The guy in the security guy, the white piece of trash that I was going off for, he looked like it. Closer, I realized that he was just completely nuts, probably on some kind of medication. You know, all these fucking white people, most of them on these goddamn all this medication, shit like that. So they out of their minds anyway. And actually, after I told that dude, you know, basically shut the fuck up talking to me, I thought it was over. And then again, this white whale of a white piece of trash bitch, 25 yards away, tells me not to scream at him. And the way I'm telling you, like veins are literally popping out my arms, right? Like I'm literally look like somebody who can really, really do some damage. And I'm not scared of anybody. I mean, this shit is already old. Y'all already know how I feel. It doesn't even matter anymore. All this shit going on in the world, prices of rent, it doesn't even matter anymore. And so what? I'm making $5,000-$6,000 a month. It's still fucked up. I don't care. It's still fucked up because you know what? I can't even enjoy it because all the buffoonery going on. Okay. So after I turned this woman, she just thought because, and see, this is the reason I wish I do. The only reason I wish I really had a girlfriend is that I be getting attacked by women, and there's nothing I can do about it. If I had a woman next to me, man, she would be taking care of all that shit, and I'll be taking care of the shit on the other end. Wouldn't nobody be getting out of pocket. But because I'm a man, believe it or not, when you by yourself, you can get exploited like that. It's easier to get exploited by society when you are by yourself. Same thing if you by yourself and you're a black woman. There are traps you can get into. That's why it has to be that Isis and Osiris figure there together. And that's why they have to make sure that Isis and Osiris is not together. That is their number one goal. That's why they don't show black people in love on movies. They always got to show black people arguing or some fucking Waiting to Exhale movie and with some scandal was going on. They can never show black people truly in love because they know what that energy will really bring on this planet. So this woman, don't scream at him. I said, you would, and I'm pointing at her like I'm a sergeant, just like I'm an army. I don't know who she thought I was. It was a make my day moment. And see, my point is, when you're in a red state, nothing like this would ever happen, guys. This type of stuff only happens in a blue state where some stranger will just start talking shit to you. Nobody, look, I lived in Vegas 8 years at the prime of my life. Nobody ever got out of pocket with me, ever. You know why? Because everybody's strapped. You know not to come out of pocket with nobody because they just might follow you at home at nighttime and do something to you. You just don't know. And it's amazing how these demons act up, boy. These demons know. They got to keep these bodies alive too. All these people possess. Oh, make no mistake about it. Yeah, they possess, but these demons got to make sure they stay in that body too. Be like that movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. If it ain't another human body for them to touch to be around, you kill that person. That demon got to leave that body. So yeah, they scared the demon. The demon's scared too of the gun. Let it be no mistake. Even that demon in that person is scared of that goddamn strap, even though it's on a physical level. So when I told this lady, I said, what's your name? And she told me, she didn't even know why she told me her name. She turned around like she knew she was fucked, started walking back. I heard her say, you piece of shit. Going right back in the door, like running, like she was running at this time. And then I'm literally looking around like for any other white person to say something crazy. I'm like I was in a zone. Like, let one more person say something crazy to me. They're gonna get, because you know what? Ain't no men out here anymore anyway. I don't see no white boys out here looking like they just came out of the army or even looking like they even got the balls to say something to me. So I'm just looking around like I dare another fucking cracker to say something to me. I dare you. Nobody said nothing. Matter of fact, the people who seen the whole, because I'm in the middle of the plaza, y'all. It was like everybody was all eyes on me. And I'm just looking at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Anybody else got a problem? Anybody else got a fucking problem? I swear to God, I blacked out for a second, y'all. Nobody had a problem after that bitch went back into the restaurant. I tell you that shit right now. Nobody had a problem. But I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to tell y'all that's what happened. It was a make my day moment, and that's what happened. And this is why I have to be living in a red state, because nothing like that would have ever happened in no Las Vegas. All right? So that's my make my day story. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Talk to y'all later. Peace.